Nico, good to see you.
You too. How are you, Mr. Gravelli?
Good, good. I was just speaking to our mutual friend about you. He said how efficient you were. I like that. Then he mentioned something about a Darko Brevic.
What? He did?
Yeah, he's located the guy. It seems he wasn't in Switzerland at all, but in Bucharest. He'll be here soon.
Good, good.
And it seems your Russian friends are getting the message. Some of them.
Oh, okay, so...
I think it's our turn to do a favor for that mutual friend of ours. Seems some Korean has come into the country and is selling money at a discount. You don't need me to tell you that it's all fugazi. Faker than a pair of Vinewood tits.
That's good.
Listen, I need you to deal with this. Eliminate the guy. What he's doing is no good for the economy and no good for patriots like you and me.
So who is he?
His name is Kim Young-guk. He'll be very well protected. He eats at Mr. Fook. Fuck.
Mr. Gravelli, are you all right?
Yeah. I'm fine. Wait. What was I saying?
Kim Young-guk, he eats at...
Yeah, right. He eats at a restaurant called Mr. Fook's Rice Box. Yeah, in Alderney City.
Don't worry, I'll take care of it.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Grand Theft Auto 4. It's time to finish up the Gravelli / Gambetti missions. There are only 2 normal missions left in the game before we get into the big things. So strap in for that. These last 2 are a bit of a doozy. They are both can be fairly difficult if you don't go into them prepared. That little sliver of health that I'm missing that you can see there was making me very nervous going into this one, because this one in particular I just remember being really bad at. It's not the one that I die in this video, though. Spoilers, so that's cool. But anyway, yeah, here we are. It's Wednesday. I was gonna put up a, I guess you would call it a Let's Try video of a random game. I was gonna put that up last night, but I didn't. I recorded the gameplay for it, I didn't record the audio, and then by the time that I was going to do it, it was already the time that I set aside to, the time that I set aside to yawn, for the 90th time. Nah, it was the time that I, had set for streaming the last of, Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, which, by the way, I know that I've mentioned this in the streams. I don't know if I've said it in a video yet, but just to make myself clear for people who may be wondering, yes, I do plan on doing a Let's Play of Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. I wanted to stream my first playthrough of it, and I'd like to play through it again one more time, off-screen, so I can sort of gather my thoughts about it. So it will not be the next LP right after this one. I have 2 games in mind that could be potential next LPs, and I need to just choose which one soon, I guess. But yeah, we're going to Mr. Fuck's, and we're gonna go shoot all the people in there. What else do you expect is gonna happen? I wanted to say two things about stuff that was in the previous video that, you know, even with all of the time that I gave myself in that video to mention everything that I wanted to, I didn't, because my brain is pudding and I didn't remember. But I wanted to say something first of all about the one of the TV shows that I showed at the beginning of the last video. The one about, like, the history of Liberty City, and, like, Liberty City in what I'm guessing is, like, their parody version of the American Revolutionary War. And I just find it really funny because it is, you know, kind of true to life how, you know, the people of Liberty City were colonists who were going to war over the tax code. And, you know, that rings true for the actual American Revolution because, you know, I don't know, I think about it a lot, especially, I remember back, like, right when I started college, I read, People's History of the United States, and that was the first time, like many people, I mean, it is a little bit like the point of the book, that was the first time that I really started to learn how much of, you know, what people who live in America take for granted and assume to be true about America and American history, how much of that is manufactured and just straight up made up. It particularly struck me to find out back then that the Revolutionary War, I mean, it's kind of portrayed as something that just everybody in America wanted. They all hated British rule, and it was, you know, terrible, and they were well within their right. It's so funny to me that, like, you know, part of the sort of American civic ideology now is that the colonists were, you know, completely justified in their violence against Britain because, like, you know, they had to pay too much money for something, but, you know, like radical leftist action, for instance, of people whose lives and livelihoods are, you know, put in jeopardy by, you know, American individualism and capitalism and all that jazz. That's all bad. That's completely different. Anyway, but I was struck back then to find out that, like, only about a third of the people living in the American colonies supported the revolution, and most of that third were, like, the rich landowning statesmen and upperclassmen and lawyers, the people who ended up fucking building and running the United States at the beginning. And, you know, they were all slave owners, most of them at least. I don't really get this. I guess I didn't go in the right place. I thought that that he was actually running out the back. Like, he did that before you see him, but I guess you have to see him inside first. I thought that he ran out the back immediately after they say something, so I thought I was being real clever and going around the back so I could shoot him on his way out, but big poo on my head. But anyway, I just thought that was interesting. There's a pigeon. Ba-bam. They really just, like, explode into a rain of blood and feathers. It's quite gruesome what you're doing to these. We're poaching. There's only 200 pigeons in the whole city. That's pretty amazing, and you're just fucking murdering them. And for what? You don't even get money? I don't think it's, like, hardened criminal shit to just kill pigeons. And, man, I stay, starting to shoot with one bullet left and having to just stand there like a dumbass, and I probably could have not shot that guy, but I couldn't tell if he had a gun or not. And there you go, bada boom, bada bing. For some reason, mission ends before you kill his bodyguard. I guess you can probably get out of here without it. And once again, getting on the ladders in this game is a little bit strange. You gotta press Y. And yeah, I was pressing Y to get into the car and just skipped the fucking thing. Oh yeah, here's this.
Hi there.
Pay attention to the time on the phone.
Nico.
I was asleep. I'll be up around 8.
Sorry. How you doing, Kate? You wanna hang out?
Oh, I assumed you must be dead.
I called you 8 minutes ago.
Now, I'm bored.
Look forward to it.
Fuck Kate. I hate Kate. I don't, like... I guess as a character, there's not a whole lot wrong with her, but she just, I don't know. A lot of her turns of phrase and stuff are annoying, and, I don't know. She's just a fucking bummer. And if you don't call her like 95 times, then she's like, I thought you got killed by all the criminals that you love.
This car is much nicer than the last one.
Fucking,
Why don't you get some new clothes?
that's all you have to say to me? I don't know what that car was doing.
You really must be in a hurry. I can't think what for.
See, yeah, this is what I mean. She's fucking annoying. Like, you can't drive. I was going straight on a bridge. You know, like, yes, I was weaving in between cars, but she was doing, even when I was just driving on the street, and I was just, again, going straight with no cars around me, just going at a normal, quick pace, and she was like, speed does not impress me, Nico.
I think I might burst.
I don't know, she's fucking annoying. I hate to be an asshole to fictional characters, but, and it's not even about the, like, not putting out or whatever, although it is weird that she, like, feels very possessive of your time, but insists that you're not dating for the entire game.
The men in my family are just highwaymen and moralists, usually both in equal measure.
I don't know if I'd agree that Packy was a moralist. He seems like a highwayman through and through.
You should see him around me. If a man even looks in my direction, he threatens to rip his heart out.
Well, it's a good thing that we are just friends. If this was a date, I'd be scared.
It's nice to have a friend, Nico. I feel like you are someone I can speak to.
So I stupidly decided to try my luck here.
Thanks for a fun time.
Don't be a creep. We're friends.
Goodbye, Kate.
Kate really likes to waste as much time as she can. Just make you wait for a full minute in silence in the car before she gets out. So yeah, I decided, you know, why not try to squeeze in one more Kate date, and then I was actually just about to call Roman right after this, and then I get a text from Roman being like, oh, my cousin, you never hang out with your cousin.
There you are. It's been a while.
See, that's the way to do something where you bitch about not being... First of all, he's your cousin, so it makes sense that he would want to see you a lot. And he's just like, oh, it's been a while. Like, you know, just kind of being subtly shitty about it. Not just, I thought you must be dead! After you called her, sorry, 1 minute before you were gonna get up. And then I call her 2 seconds after 8 a.m. and she's like, yeah, you never call me. Fuck you, Kate. So yeah, I don't like Kate, and it, like, you can probably tell, it's not for many good or sophisticated reasons. I did like that conversation there about, you know, gangster characters being like highwaymen and moralists. Like, they're moralists about the weirdest things while also killing and shit. Like, I don't know, it's not at all a new sort of idea to bring up in crime/gangster fiction, but it's neat. It's interesting.
Definitely true.
Okay, thank you. I will lighten up, learn how to juggle, maybe get work in the dance troupe.
You dancing? Now that I would like to see. Like the death throes of an elephant.
Thanks, cousin. You really know how to make me feel good about myself.
Don't mention it. Okay, cousin, let's hit the alleys.
So yeah, I figured, you know, we're coming up on the end of the game. Once we finish this last Gravelli mission, it's not like you can't do anything else, but you're kind of just thrust into the end of the game in a way, and you know, I don't want anything just distracting from that. I'd rather get all this other bullshit out of the way. It's why I did all the extra stuff in the last video. But I thought we'd close this out, you know, the way we started, with a good old rousing game of bowling. You know, after I got pissed off by my not-girlfriend Kate, I decided, fuck it, dude, let's go bowling. And I'm not going to show all of this because it's bowling. It's not that interesting. I am going to slow down for when I get a strike, though. I don't know if I've ever gotten a strike in bowling in this game. I really suck at it. I always get a split, and they're fucking impossible. I think we're gonna get in a sec here. Yeah, here we go. Ba-bam! Nice. I'm glad we got one strike in this LP. That's nice. And I love Nico's little victory dance with that Ushanka hat. I'm gonna keep that Ushanka hat till the very end of the game if I can help it. It's my signature. You don't really have all that many options when it comes to clothes for Nico. It's pretty much just like different shades of like 3 types of clothes. You got like sweaters, like tracksuit looking stuff, just like shitty shirt and jacket combo, and like jeans, and then various suits. And the suits don't vary all that much either. And yeah, I accidentally started another bowling game and then quit. But yeah, you know, I thought, you know, who knows what the end of this game will bring. I should treat my cousin to a nice game of bowling. I mean, it is the big meme of this game, is the cousin, do you want to go bowling shit, which is, you know, it's real. And then Roman just decides to do something very strange. I don't know what I did to him to make this happen. My only guess is that, like, the way I parked here, because I needed to park in the yellow carrot, I guess he couldn't open the door. It doesn't look like the door is blocked by the car, though, but I guess he couldn't open the side door, so he had to scoot. Dog penis? I didn't even read that fucking thing. Yeah, Pathos emails you. And you can see we have an email from Marnie there. You can take a second to read it. It's quite heartwarming. She's off the drugs, she's gonna be a psychiatrist, and she's actually doing well. So, yeah, like I said, it's one of the very few times in this game where you help someone and it legitimately just works out, and they are helped, and, you know, the world is better for your efforts, which is why I like the Marnie story so much. Also, I forgot to mention, one of the things that I forgot to say in the last one was, one of the reasons that Marnie's story is particularly poignant to me, like, at first brush, it just seems like oh yeah, there you go, Eddie Lowe is dead, see? You can read this yourself, but I want to say the thing about Marnie. I had never noticed as a teenager when I played through this game that she was essentially, like, sex trafficked. She says in the conversation that I talked over, that a rich man, like, recruited her and a bunch of other girls right off the bus in Liberty City to, you know, essentially be famous, to be like models or whatever, only to have them drugged and then, you know, be paid to have sex with other old elite rich men, which is a fucking real thing that happens, you know, in New York and elsewhere. And I don't know, I just thought that added a kind of layer to it, because at first brush it just seems like 2 little things where you meet a drug addict and you help her out, and it's nice, and it's heartwarming. It's, you know, a little bit like a lot of this game's portrayal of, like, people addicted to drugs. You know, it's a little on the nose. I'm not going to say it's unrealistic, because what do I know, but I don't know, that, like, you know, I was complaining earlier about some of the random encounters. I don't really know, like, narratively why, you know, if you're gonna have these random encounter characters, like, the choice of who they are, what kind of people they are. Oh yeah, here's this.
Dwayne, it's me. You hungry? Want to grab some food?
Nico, on the real, I'm still pissed at you for treating me like shit and disrespecting our friendship and shit. Call me later or something.
Okay, man. I'll call you again later.
Yeah, apparently you ignore Dwayne's calls enough and he just doesn't want shit to do with you, kind of like Brucey did. So maybe I'll try that, off screen or something, because I tried again 24 game hours after that and he just wasn't picking up at all. Like it just went to voicemail, so I don't know. But yeah, it made me feel kind of bad. I mean, Dwayne is kind of a bummer and doesn't really have much to do with the story at this point, which is why I've been avoiding him, and he always calls me when I'm, like, doing something. So I was gonna throw him a bone, but, whatever. But yeah, I was saying, like, the random encounters, it's nice when they have an actual connection to the game's larger sort of narrative and thematic project. And I think Marnie's does. I think Marnie is a really unique bit of, like, poignance in this story. But I'm going to stop talking. Here's the brief for the last mission. And yeah, our good old UL paper friend is here too.
How he repays me? Unbelievable! And now he's dealing drugs with Ivan the goddamn terrible.
So what we're saying is, this is a matter of security, national. Normally I don't care about cocaine, keeps controllable people in power. But this is no good.
All right, what's my role in this?
The distribution network is a fleet of vans parked at a grocery warehouse in Albany City. The product is packed into the frames of the vans, ready to be moved all over the country. Destroy everything, whatever it takes.
And for me?
For you? I've got a real gift for you. Get this done, then we'll talk.
They always send you to fucking Alderney City. That's the thing about the, like, later game in this game, is that, like, so many of the missions, you gotta drive all the way to one of the boroughs, and you get there and they're like, okay, now, you gotta go to the other end of the map, and go do that thing. And then you go to the other end of the map, and then they're like, okay, you gotta drive somewhere. And luckily you don't have to drive anywhere else. We're literally just going to the spot, blowing up the vans, bing bang boom. It's not that simple when you're doing it. As you'll see, I fuck it up the first time around because I was overthinking it and trying to be Mr. Cool Guy. Because for some reason I was under the impression they had to, like, steal the vans or something, but no, you just have to blow them up, and I mean, you can go about that in whatever way you see fit. And you don't necessarily have to shoot any of the guys, but there are a lot of guys, so I was trying to take out all of the guys, especially the sniper dudes up on the roof. Well, you'll see. It didn't go as planned at first, but eventually we got it, so it's okay. And I probably could have cut all that failure shit out, but, who cares? I certainly don't. It's just the end of the game, I'm just letting it go. And I don't think I've ever flipped over a car with a Feltzer before. That guy was really coming for me. Oh man, I had to cut out quite a bit of good Patriot car smashing in the when I was doing all the random encounters and the most wanted mission. Well, I guess not the most wanted mission, I wasn't in the Patriot anymore, but the random encounters when I was going around looking for all of them, I mean, I was just driving all over the goddamn map, so I was smashing into cars left and right, having a gay old time. Kind of fucked myself over a few times and got the cops on me, so I had to get rid of them before I could actually do the missions, but I didn't want to show all that because it's not like I would be, like, commenting on it or have anything to say on it or anything, or say about it or anything like that, so. And once again, I do not know what that static noise is. It only happens when I'm coming out of the Alderney Tunnel. It never happens when I'm going in. So, I'm not sure what the deal is. And I really like taking this shortcut here. It's very effective. It's also a great place to smash cars with Patriots. The prime place, any time that you are perpendicular to a car, in a Patriot, if it's a smaller car and you can drive straight into it, you can do some truly delicious smashing of the car. But yeah, so they're covering as a grocery business to move these drugs, and there are, I want to say, 6 or 7 vans or something like that, and you gotta blow them all up. and there are a bunch of dudes. And see, it shows you all these sniper guys, and then this is the part that really threw me off. It shows you that, so it makes me think what you're supposed to do is what I am about to do in a moment here, which is climb up those air ducts and get on top of the building and start shooting the guys from there and then destroy the vans from there. Which I'm sure you can do. I mean, as you can see, I make it fairly far, but first of all, I didn't know where all the dudes were. I mean, they shoot at you from everywhere and they, like, come out of the woodwork. And then they start escaping in the vans, and it's not... This building here isn't the best vantage point ever for shooting all the vans, especially because most of them are tucked away in garages. So, yeah. Can't say I recommend this method. I much more recommend the method I took in my second attempt, which you'll see, where just bum rush through the front entrance, shoot the guys that are shooting at you, get close enough to the vans, and then get the rocket launcher out and blow them up, and, hopefully you'll hit a couple of guys. But I had never tried this way before, so I wanted to give it a shot, but that shot seemed to me to be like a clear communication of, like, you should use these platforms here. So I did, and I'm really taking my sweet time because I don't want to fall off. Yeah, just one little thing at a time. Hi, Nico. Your face is in the camera. And I thought it was cool. I mean, I felt like I was playing a Hitman game, like sneaking up these buildings, and I was going to come behind this dude. I mean, it wasn't really sneaky because I'm going to shoot him with a sniper rifle and not, like, strangle him or whatever, but I thought it was cool. But then, got my ass fucked. I also had really not thought about how few bullets I have in this gun. Because, yeah, you only get, like, dozen or so shots. So now is where I noticed I should be trying to get the vans, but I can't even see where any of them are. So now I'm going to try to make my way down, which is easier said than done, as you can imagine. I wasn't really planning on tumbling off of the entire building. I was hoping to just jump down onto the air duct, but Nico decided he wanted to fly away. And now I am doing just what I usually do when I play this mission, what I assume to be the best way to do it. Now I'm gonna try it, except it's gonna fuck me up. There's one. I don't even know if I got it. I think it's on fire. Yeah, there it goes. But yeah, eventually they're gonna start trying to drive the vans away, and that's when it becomes a pickle. And it really becomes a pickle when you try to blow up these dudes instead of shooting at them, and yeah, not really my smartest idea. And yeah, I smashed up their car there. So I was just gonna drive this Patriot into them and try to run them over, but they're all like behind barricades and shit. I thought this guy was gonna try to kill me, but he was just a nearby biker. But yeah, all the dudes on the roof, you can pretty much disregard them. I mean, you can shoot a lot of them from the ground, but the ones you can't, you can, as long as you're taking cover, you can usually be fine. And I was just about to say, and I'm sure I've complained about this before, but I'm really not a gigantic fan of the cover system in this game. Like, coming in and out of cover is very strange. It always seems to think like you want to be poking out from the opposite side that you need to be. I don't know, just your ability to aim is weird. And somehow that did not destroy that van. It, like, ricocheted off of the garage and just blew up nothing. So that's stupid. And it didn't even make the van catch on fire, so it can't blow up on its own. So yeah, this is, like I said, this is the more successful of the methods. And now we got a van loose. I was trying to just shoot the guy who was driving it, but he's a persistent bunch, and I really thought I was going to get fucked here, but I managed. I think I said out loud, fuck yeah, when that happened. I don't know. Sometimes doing the post-commentary for stuff like this, where it's like a minute-to-minute sort of thing. I don't want to say strategy, because it's not like there's strategy, and if there is, it's not like I'm applying it very much here. But yeah, one rocket left, and there you go. And they say make this bastard pay for what he's done, which I guess means leave him alone, because they didn't do anything after that. But yeah, it feels weird just like giving a play-by-play, but what else am I gonna do? I already fucking played the game, so.
I have put your competitors out of business.
You've given a dying man a few minutes of happiness, Timbo. I'm pleased to be helping you out with this thing you did. We'll speak again when Darko Brevich is in the country.
Which will apparently be in, like, 45 seconds. Spoilers. So yeah, I don't really have much else to say about this one. That's the last normal mission of the game. Next time, like I said, we will be, starting on the sort of closing bits of this. And yeah, I just captured a clip. I'm hoping to put something together in this game's video editor for the end of the LP. I don't know if I'm going to. Just some fun thing just to show off what the video editor does and everything. GTA 5 has a better one, but I like 4's, and I used to fuck around with it a lot when I first got the PC version of this game. And yeah, here we go, the phone call. This is going in the direction that you think it's going, and I'm just gonna let the rest of the video ride out, so I'll see you next time for when we do the thing that you are now hearing about.
From here in, you're alone. Goodbye.
Feel free to browse, buddy, but don't try anything funny. You treat her right, she'll see you through a shitstorm.
Roman, they brought Darko Brevich into the country for me. This is almost over. I'm going to finish it.
Nico, you can't do this alone. I'm coming with you. Come collect me from Firefly Island.
All right. Wait there for me.